Hell yeah. It's 8:30 and it's time for cocktails in the war room. And that means that it's time for us all to get together. Talk about our crazy ass lives, or at least the crazy lives we used to have when we were allowed to leave the house. How are you? I'm Mistress Carrie. Thank you guys for hanging out with me again in my war room. And my trusted co-hosts, the Garth to my Wayne, the Vanna to my Pat Sajak, the Ed McMahon to my Johnny, is Wednesday. The Goth Pug has joined me early. I am warning you, she is all wound up tonight. What's going on, everybody? Hey, Scott. What's up, Monica? Hey, Ash. Hey, Paul. What's going on, Trisha? Hey, Michael. So tonight, I'm having a little seltzer. There's an explanation. Hold on. Over here, Wednesday. Come on. So yesterday, I opened up all of the packages. Hello, Renee from Worcester. Hey, Grace. Yesterday, I opened up the packages that I got at the post office box. And one of the packages came from the crazy maniacs that are lobster fishermen up there. And in the care package, they sent the stuffed lobster for Wednesday. They sent a gift certificate for a dozen fresh lobsters for the volunteers that are going to come and pack up the t-shirts when I get them from Brian at Whirlwind Productions. And they sent a bunch of other stuff. And then one of the things they sent in the care package, they sent Bones for Wednesday, who, like I said, is all wound up tonight. And the other thing that they sent was a bottle of Fireball. So I thought instead of my traditional Moscow Mule or a little Fernandez Sangria tonight, I told you that I was going to dip into the Fireball tonight in my Skull shot glass. So to kick off cocktails in the war room tonight, I figured after 68 nights, 68 consecutive nights, judging by television standards, if we got cocktails in the war room to 100 episodes, we would make syndication. So cheers to number 68, and thank you to the maniacs that sent me the Fireball. Wednesday, you gonna come up? You wanna go over there and catch it? Ooh, that was good. Yeah, Bob, right? That's right, Jillian. I just figured, why not kick off the show in the right way tonight? I mean, you sent me the Fireball. The way I look at it, it would be rude not to drink it. So I'm drinking it. And I feel like the whole time I should have been doing shots every Wednesday because I have a dog named Wednesday. So it's technically her day. So, Wednesday, are you hyper because today's Wednesday? Huh? Come over and say hi to the people. Oh, she just wants me to play fetch with her. That's all she wants. Wait, tomorrow is number 69? Yes. Tomorrow night is show number 69. I have not yet acquired the engineering equipment to be able to bring on a real co-host, but it's coming soon. Trust me, I'm working on it. But wouldn't it be great to do show 69 with Gronk? But he's in Tampa with Tom Brady. I don't want to think about it. Actually, somebody tweeted the other day, last week, actually, when I was talking about the big announcement about the Cocktails in the War Room t-shirts, and they were like, let me guess, you're moving to Tampa to do a radio show. And I was like, hell no. Zach says, oh, I can't do Fireball anymore. Fireball mixes really well with hard cider. Yes, it does. It is delicious. It's kept me warm at many a Patriots game. Mark says, bye-bye, Carrie. That stuff will kill ya. I'm okay. So far, I'm good, but I'm nice and warm inside. And I had another good day today. I made a lot of progress on some projects that I've been working on that I can't wait to tell you about sooner than later. And The weather is nice and going to be beautiful over the next couple of days. So I just feel like since Sunday, things have just gotten better. And like I said, I knew they would, you know, everybody's bound to have bad days every now and again. And, you know, especially with everything that everyone's dealing with, if you're not having a bad day every now and then, like I would worry that maybe you weren't psychologically okay, because nobody should just be supremely happy all the time, especially during a global pandemic. So, it's okay if we have a bad day every now and again. So, but I feel a lot better. So again, thank you guys for all of the support. There is lots of really cool stuff to talk about. Number one on the list, the fucking Muppets are back, baby. I might have to get Disney Plus now. I know that all the Star Wars movies are there. I know that there's all kinds of other stuff that Disney put up there, and everybody's talking about how during the whole lockdown and everything that having all the Disney movies with Disney Plus, totally worth it. But Disney has announced a new Muppet series that will begin on July 31st on Disney Plus. And it is a Muppets original series. And there are going to be new Muppets. And of course, all of the old Muppet characters are coming back. And so there is going to be a new Muppet show on Disney Plus, July 31st. And that means two things. Number one, a whole new generation of Muppet fans are going to be inducted kind of into the club. And the second thing is, which is exciting for me, since I've been a Muppet fan since they hit the TV originally in the 70s, is that there's all kinds of new Muppet stuff that is going to go on sale, because they're going to want to promote it with all of the merch. I mean, it is Disney after all. And also, does that mean that there's going to be like a full-size Muppet land that gets built like next to the Star Wars experience down in Orlando? Because now I'm getting excited. But at least for now, to know that there's a new show coming on July 31st, I'm pretty excited about that. So for all of my other Muppet lovers out there, this is really good news. This is a really weird announcement, and it's an announcement locally, so I apologize for everybody that joins me live in the War Room every night from around the country. The Shawsheen Animal Hospital has issued a bolo for a monkey that's on the loose in Tewksbury. I don't know the story behind the loose monkey in Tewksbury. I just know that they've put out a bolo for a monkey. Now, I don't have a description of the monkey either. I would just say, if you see a monkey of any type and description, of any color, whether it's a little spider monkey or a chimpanzee or like anything in between, if it's an orangutan and it's bright orange, like if you see a primate running around Tewksbury, I would encourage you to contact the Shawsheen Animal Hospital, because they're down one monkey and they're looking for it. So I just wanted to put that information out there. I really need to know more of the specifics about why the hell there's a monkey running around Tewksbury. I'm sure there is an amazing story. Melissa says, my sister lives in Tewksbury. Yeah, so you better text her and be like, Mistress Carrie said there's a monkey running around town. I'm just saying. It's 2020. Amy, 100%. Why wouldn't there be a monkey? And speaking of, we are now living in the most fucked up year of our lives, and probably any year ever. Listen to this headline. I'm not kidding. This is a real headline. I retweeted it on my Twitter feed at Mistress Carrie on Twitter, so that you guys can go and read the full article and get all the information. Here's the headline. NASA scientists detect evidence of a parallel universe where time runs backwards. Let me read that again. Hold on. Oh, I just need a half a shot first. NASA scientists detect evidence of a parallel universe where time runs backwards. I don't know how you get to the parallel universe. Maybe it's in one of the UFOs that the Pentagon has already said is a real thing. Maybe that's what the UFOs are for. Maybe they're not going to another planet. Maybe they're just hopping back and forth between parallel universes. Maybe that's why Cher doesn't age, because she just comes here and gets a little older and then goes there and gets a little younger and then comes here. It's like Jennifer Aniston. Like, why do her boobs still look so good? Maybe she goes in Elon Musk's like spaceship to the parallel universe and then like Benjamin Buttons it for a few years and then comes back here. Am I the only one that's completely just not surprised? Like, when are the locusts and the crab people arriving? Seriously, like, this year is so bonkers banana pants. There's no other way to describe it. A parallel universe. And this isn't some tinfoil hat person on the National Enquirer or some crazy ass podcast with 8 people listening to it. This is NASA. NASA. The people that are in charge of everything up there. Like, put a flag on the moon. Like, claimed it. NASA. Benjamin Button jumped the gap. Yeah. I want to run backwards, drunk, naked, maybe, almost. I need to go there in 10 years, says Kim. Probably the English police box that I've heard of. Yeah, live long and prosper. Exactly. Parallel universe and our doppelgangers live there. Oh, can you imagine? My doppelganger, I have been told, and out of all of the photographs of anyone I've ever seen on the internet, it comes close, but not all the time. Sarah Michelle Gellar was all gothed out in the Sour Girl video from Stone Temple Pilots. And if you look at that video and you look at me, maybe. Closest doppelganger I think I've been able to find. Some people have said I look like Avril Lavigne's older sister. I try not to get super offended by that, but it kind of pisses me off, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, Cher riding the universe cowgirl Uranus to Uranus. Yeah, there you go, Jeffrey, exactly. Just saying, like, I find these things on the internet and I just write them down because I know we're all going to be sitting in the war room drinking. And I'm like, oh, yeah, Mark says exactly. Get shoe on it. Totally. Let's do the time warp again. 100%. You know what would be so cool? Somebody with a drive-in movie theater has got to play that so that we could throw toast and do the whole thing. Wouldn't that be fun? To go to the drive-ins and see Rocky Horror for Halloween. Oh, God, somebody's got to make that happen. Please, people at the Kowloon or something. Locusts have invaded Iran. I know. I tweeted that link, too. It's scary as hell. E.T. is home, and so are the murder hornets. Mark wants to know, in an alternate universe or a parallel universe, if AAF still exists. Ooh, that if it does, I want to go there. Like almost immediately, if not sooner. I'll just be over here hiding in my corner now, says Krista. Melissa says my doppelganger is Julia Stiles, or so I've been told. Nobody would want to be my doppelganger, says Pat. Hell yeah, in costume, says Debbie. Today is Cher's birthday. We're birthday twins. Colleen, that was why I brought up Cher. So if today is your birthday, you share it with Joe Cocker and Cher. Those are the only 2 cool ones I could find. Mendon is showing it this weekend. Shut the front door. Really, Karen? They're showing Rocky Horror this weekend? Marketing genius. Just in case anyone's looking to hire a marketing genius, because I'm like unemployed right now. So the ideas, they just flow out of me. So happy birthday to everybody that shares birthdays with Cher and Joe Cocker today. Also some good news, speaking of our childhood and retro things, 2 things. Bill and Ted Face the Music has a release date in theaters of August 21st. Another movie needs to be seen. at the motherfucking drive-ins. Like, I need that. And Becky, you just said Cheers. 100%. The final episode of Cheers aired 27 years ago tonight. Like, I remember the final episode. And 42.4 million people watched it. Still one of my favorite shows of all time. But I apologize if it made you feel really old that was 27 years ago. But it was really 27 years ago that Cheers went off the radio, off the television, which is crazy. They're showing it at midnight. Oh my God. That's like the best thing I've heard. Rocky Horror at midnight at the drive-ins. It's fucking awesome. Way to go, Mendon Drive-In. Way to seize the moment. Unbelievable. Wait, today, yesterday, tomorrow, today, drink. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Keith Richards would outlive us all, says Tracy. Yeah, maybe he's one of those guys that just goes back and forth to the parallel universe. It's all starting to make sense to me now. And it's not just because I'm doing shots of Fireball tonight in the War Room. Like, I'm really starting to think that this could be a thing. I don't know. Hey, speaking of the War Room, I'm going to take you off my tripod for a second because I put up the Mouth for War sheet music that Karina sent in the care package. I hung it up today. Very cool. Very exciting. I've been told my doppelganger is Lily Taylor from Mystic Pizza. Well, that's not bad. Let's see. Where everybody knows your name. Exactly. It can't be 27 years ago because I remember it. Drea, I hate to tell you, you're old. If you remember watching it on television, you're officially old according to the kids. Bring your toast, says Jim. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think that is just so cool. And I am so glad that drive-ins are seeing a resurgence. I used to love going to the Dusk to Dawn drive-in shows that they used to have. Like, I remember seeing all three of the Star Wars movies. I think they showed all three of the Indiana Jones movies, and they just showed them one right after the other. And it's just so cool. UFOs, parallel universes, all in a month. What a year. I know. This is the new normal. Exactly. Oh, Fireball, Godspeed to your ass cheeks tomorrow, says Eric. Oh, man, brutal. Yes, you are fucking old, Jeff. Exactly. Jack Fire is better, says Kevin. Well, I didn't get Jack Fire in the care package from the Maniacs with the lobsters. I got the Fireball and the saltwater taffy, which I have not put a beating on yet, but that's coming really soon because I really love saltwater taffy. It's delicious. Mickey says, my doppelganger is Alex Van Halen. Just try not to set your hair on fire when you're banging your gong, if you can all do that. Palmer Drive-In, says Diva. Jack Fire is so much smoother, says Debbie. Shots and joints, says Shane. Damn, I'm old. I remember Cheers on TV, says Tracy. And it's not even fucking July yet, says Mark. Exactly. That's how weird this year is we're not even halfway done, and the amount of strangeness that we've already endured through the first 5 months. If one of those things happened in just a year, you'd be like, wow, that's crazy. But all of them, you're just like, it's just another day in 2020. Crazy. Hey, good news. Monday, Memorial Day, the beaches in Massachusetts are going to open. You're not allowed to have more than groups of 10. There are no organized ball games. There is going to be no tailgating at the beach. They're going to have limited trash receptacles, but at least you're going to be able to go to the beach because the next few days are going to be beautiful. Like, amazing, beautiful. Ron says Fireball infused bag of dicks. Do you know how many text messages I got and emails and tweets from people about the bag of dicks last night? Number 67 of Cocktails in the War Room will go down in history as the bag of dicks episode. Shit's just funny, man. Still funny. Bag of dicks, still funny. Hold, please. Okay. Wuhan in China has banned eating wild animals. So if you're planning on snacking on that monkey and Tewksbury, the people of Wuhan, China are not eating like exotic wild animals anymore because you could get a corona-like virus or something, or punished by the universe or whatever. So, I mean, at least it's a start. Let's see. And tonight, Randy Price from WCVB Channel 5 is retiring. And he is another one of those news anchors that has been on the air as long as I can remember. And even though my career wasn't as long, I used to look at like newscasters and people's last night and be like, all right, whatever, okay, great, fine, whatever. But having had the opportunity to say goodbye on WAAF, I have a newfound respect for people that have careers in broadcasting, have stayed at a place for a really long time, and are given the opportunity to say goodbye on their own accord. And so I wanted to toast Randy Price for a long broadcasting career in the city of Boston and a happy retirement. I'm hoping my retirement doesn't last much longer, but he's choosing to retire and kind of go and do whatever he does and chill and comb his fabulous mustache. But I just wanted to say cheers to him because it really is like a milestone and the closing of a book, or at least a chapter, and having done it myself in a different way. I really appreciated all the love and support that I got when we did our last show on AAF. So to Randy Price, cheers to you. Did you guys see the video for the new Machine Gun Kelly song? It's called Bloody Valentine. I bring it up for two reasons. One, it stars Megan Fox, who's rumored to be his girlfriend. Still hot as balls. She finally dumped the guy from Beverly Hills 90210. And I guess she's with Machine Gun Kelly, who was the guy that played Tommy Lee in the Netflix movie The Dirt, who I thought he was fantastic. He's also the guy that's gotten in the Twitter war with Eminem, and they go back and forth and blah, 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 whatever. But anyway, Machine Gun Kelly's new music, produced by Travis Barker, and it's very Blink-182 kind of punk inspired, and it's not half bad. So you can check out the video. It's called Bloody Valentine, and it's got Megan Fox in it. So if you don't like the music, you can just turn the volume down and just watch Megan Fox. The video kind of reminds me of the Fergie video. Oh, actually, no. The Slash video that Fergie was in that was called... what was that song called? I always said that Slash should have released it as a rock single. I can hear the song in my head. Can somebody help me out with that? The name of the Slash song that Fergie sings on. The video, Fergie plays a stalker, and she stalks Slash, and then she gets him home, and then she drugs him. And the Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox video is a little bit like that, but somebody's got to Google that for me. I need a young Jamie. Beautiful Dangerous. Thank you very much, Mark. I need a young Jamie like Joe Rogan has. Not only because Joe Rogan just made $100 million yesterday, but because I need a Googler. Thank you, producer Mike. Beautiful Dangerous, which if you've never heard that Slash song with Fergie singing, they could legit be a rock band together. She has got unbelievable rock voice pipes. And I talked to the record company when that song came out, and I was like, you should release this as a single, because if you didn't know it was Fergie, you would just be like, this song kicks ass. I guess they had issues releasing it as a single or something, but they made a video, and you can Google it. It's called Beautiful Dangerous, and it's fantastic. I think the song is really cool, but the video is really cool as well. I won't tell you how it ends. But the Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly video kind of gives me that vibe. Did you guys, so speaking of Joe Rogan, did you guys hear about Joe Rogan yesterday? It's making me want to start a podcast soon. Joe Rogan signed an exclusive deal for his podcast yesterday, starting on September 1st with Spotify for a rumored $100 million. So if you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast anywhere else, starting on September 1st, it'll be on Spotify as well. But by the end of the year, you won't be able to find any of the episodes anywhere but Spotify. And the full show YouTube videos won't be up anymore either, because the full show videos are also going to be on Spotify, and they're only going to put clips on YouTube. $100 million. $100 million. Yeah. I just need to take a deep breath about that for just a second. I also wanted to make sure that we are commemorating National EMS Week. So thank you to all of the EMS workers out there. And also, don't forget, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so we haven't talked about these numbers and these websites in a while, so I wanted to give them out again just in case. You can go to mass.gov /COVID-19, obviously, if you're looking for any kind of those updates or any of the phased opening information for your business or what's going to be open over the holiday weekend, like all of that kind of stuff. The SafeLink toll-free number, if you are having domestic violence issues at home, is 877-785-2020. And then because it is Mental Health Awareness Month, the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. Or you can go to their official website, which is suicidepreventionlifeline.org. So I just wanted to give that information out again, just to make sure that everybody's, you know, it's normal to have a bad day like I had the other day. But if you're having more bad days than good, and you're really starting to think like there's no good days on the horizon, you need to talk to somebody that you trust, somebody that cares about you, somebody that you care about. Somebody here in the War Room. If you can't find anybody else, you'll find somebody to be supportive. So just call somebody, reach out, let somebody know that you need help. I know it's extremely hard to do, but it's worth it in the long run. And then obviously, you know, if someone does call you for help and you don't know what to do, that's why I give you those numbers and that information, because at least you can steer them towards real resources. So do that if anybody calls you and you don't know what to say. So tonight, I wanted to show you the artifact from the War Room. I'm getting Beavis and Butthead memes in the comments right now, which is, I looked up and saw Beavis and Butthead in my face, and I was like, whoa. Roger wants to know, you look great. Did you get any sleep? I got a little bit of sleep. I think I got maybe 4 hours last night, which is 4 hours of uninterrupted sleep for me in the last couple of months. Like, I'll take it, because there haven't been a lot of those nights. So I'll take it. Suzanne says, my sister left our world October 2019. You are loved and valued. So that's what I'm talking about. You know, just reach out to somebody. You are definitely not alone. There is somebody out there that can help you. And, you know, especially if you are a veteran or a first responder, you can reach out to the home base program, and they specialize in that kind of stuff, especially, you know, post-traumatic stress or traumatic brain injuries and things like that. So there are definitely organized, well-funded, educated resources out there to help you. Speaking of my trip to Afghanistan, because the home base program executive director was the commanding general when I was in Afghanistan. So this is the War Room artifact tonight. It's something else that I brought back. This thing legit weighs like 8 pounds. It is so heavy. It's solid stone. I've never put flowers or anything in it, but I bought it at a little marketplace. And part of the reason why I bought it was that when I looked at it, it kind of looked like a bird skull in the marbling. And I just thought it was really cool. And so I keep it on the shelf here in the War Room, not only because I think it's beautiful, not only because it's a memento of my trip, but in a pinch, you could really knock the shit out of someone's brains with this thing if they got frisky in the War Room, because it's really heavy. But, I mean, look at doesn't that look like a bird skull? Like that angle right there, like if that's the beak. and the eyeballs. I mean, either that or I'm in a parallel universe right now and I'm drinking too much Fireball, but that's what it reminded me of. And when I saw it on the shelf next to all of the other ones, I was like, okay, that's the one I want to buy. I brought back so much stuff from my trips because I knew, like, okay, I'm never going to be in Baghdad again. I'm never going to be in Kabul again. At least I didn't think so anyway. So I brought back a lot of, I see an alien in that design, says Melissa. Okay, I'll stay with the alien theme. But I've talked about it before. Anytime I go on a vacation to a foreign country or whatever, I always buy local made crafts and stuff. I have a really cool mask collection, like wood carved masks that's on the wall in the other room. I just love local, like handmade art. I collect skulls too from all around the world. Not like real human skulls, but like Dia de los Muertos skulls and different, like, I don't know, I collect weird things. I'm a collector of stuff, like propaganda posters. Like every room in my house has a collection of something. The Pez collection is downstairs in a curio cabinet. And I just like collecting stuff. And I love displaying it and looking at it because it reminds me of all the places that I've been. And so I love the vase and all of the other stuff that I brought back from Afghanistan. Souvenirs, yeah, exactly. Nobody wants to be in Baghdad. Well, Michael, I wanted to be in Baghdad because I cried when I had to leave. I did not want to come home. But I came home, and then luckily all of my guys came home, and so that was really good. I collect all things Maryland, says Melissa. Yeah, Manson or Monroe? Two totally different things, especially if you're talking artwork, because Marilyn Manson's paintings, it's like you got to be on absinthe just to like understand what he's got going on. But his artwork is amazing. If you haven't seen Marilyn Manson's paintings, they're really cool. Do I still have pet collections? Pet collections? What the hell does that mean? Pet, you mean Pez. Yes, I still collect Pez. I've probably got over 450 Pez dispensers now that are all in a cabinet. And oh, John, thank you. One of the guys I was in Iraq with. What's up, John? He was one of the guys that I was embedded with in Baghdad. And yes, I did cry when I left you guys. I didn't want to leave. Yes, he is a very strange dude. Speaking of strange dudes, that brings me to my t-shirt last night. I forgot to tell you guys what my t-shirt was last night. It was the Dropkick Murphys tribute shirt to Lieutenant Ed Walsh and firefighter Michael Kennedy after the Back Bay fire. And the Dropkick Murphys sold Engine 33, Ladder 15 Dropkick Murphy shirts to fund the charities. And that's the shirt I was wearing last night. I realized after we got done in the war room, I didn't point out the shirt that I was wearing. And some people had asked if it was an FDNY shirt, but it was actually a Dropkick Murphys Boston Fire Department shirt. This is an old school Korn shirt. And the story behind this Korn shirt was back before I was a DJ, Korn played the Wallace Civic Center in Fitchburg. And actually last summer when I interviewed Jonathan Davis, we actually talked about this show night because they played I believe it was the WAF indoor beach party at the Wallace Civic Center. And because I was on the street team at the time, all of the street team kids were asked to be like roadies for Korn. And it was my job, if you were at that show, Korn had all these sex blow-up dolls hanging from the rafters in different clothes with stuff written all over them and whatever. And it was actually my job to blow up all the Korn blow-up dolls and put them in the nooses so that when the trussing went up behind the band, there were all these blow-up dolls. And that was my Korn roadie job. No, I didn't put my mouth on the blow-up dolls. They had an air compressor for me to blow them up, but that was my job. And Jonathan Davis, that was the Korn era where he was wearing the blue sequined Adidas tracksuit, which is what he was wearing. So the back of this shirt says, I belong to the local Korn crew club. And it's spelled with K's. And so this is my old school Korn shirt. Now, speaking of corn and my trip to Iraq, back in 2006, I still have one somewhere, and I'm going to have to track it down and take a picture of it. Corn actually paid for the manufacturer, I think it was 500 or 1,000 Mistress Carrie corn calling cards, spelled with K's, and they funded them and printed them with the AAF logo on them and everything for me to take to Iraq with me. And I gave them to all of our troops, and it was for like X number of free phone call minutes. Obviously, you can tell the difference between 2006 and 2011 because there was way better access to the internet in 2011. So the troops didn't need the calling cards the way that they did or in earlier stages of the war. But I just always loved the fact that the guys from Corn supported my trip like that and printed out. I had a big long sleeve. They looked like, like credit cards almost, and they were Corn calling cards. And it had the band logo on it and the AAF logo, and they put I think it was 100 minutes or something of calling time on it. And I just thought it was really cool that they were so supportive of our troops that were deployed overseas, so supportive of WAAF, and so supportive of my trip, which was awesome. Eric, I was going to talk about that actually. The guys from Disturbed announced today that their 20th anniversary tour for The Sickness has been postponed until next year. They didn't want to do it. They put out a whole long post on all of their social media accounts, but the guys from Disturbed have also postponed their tour. So it'll be the 21st anniversary of The Sickness coming up next year, which is just a super bummer. Again, another one of the tours that I was really looking forward to going and seeing this summer, and now we're not going to be able to see it. Let's see. Okay, so tonight's drink, because we give you a drink recipe every night in the War Room out of the new American Bartender's Handbook. Tonight's is called a Juniper Royale, and this is an ounce of gin, a half an ounce of fresh orange juice, and a half an ounce of cranberry juice, a dash of grenadine, and champagne. And it's called a Juniper Royale. It says, shake the ingredients, accept the champagne, strain into a champagne flute, fill with champagne, stir, and serve. And that's called a Juniper Royale. If you want to have a little, maybe something for brunch on Sunday or something a little fancy with a champagne flute or whatever, you can do that. I also want to make sure that we are promoting our first Mistress Carrie Cocktails in the War Room t-shirts that are on sale now. If you scroll down to the first post on this Facebook page, or you can even click the profile picture on this Facebook page, all the information will come up with all of the links. The artwork for the back and the front of the shirt is also posted in the photo gallery. But we are selling Cocktails in the War Room t-shirts. They are made in the USA cotton t-shirts that are being printed. They were designed in Massachusetts by Latini Creative Solutions. My friend Christine did an unbelievable job. Brian up at Whirlwind Productions in New Hampshire is printing them. So we're supporting local businesses and American manufacturing and all of the profits. So once the t-shirts, all of the bills are paid for shipping and design and printing, all of the profits are going to benefit the Massachusetts Military Support Foundation. You could go to their website to get all the information on their mission and what they do, massmilitary-supportfoundation.org, and their Food for Vets program, which is distributing food to veterans that are in need of food assistance. There are tons of distribution locations. There are times and instructions. You got to register before you show up at one of these distribution sites. But they have one in Agawam, Baldwinville, Barnstable, Bridgewater, Brighton, Danvers, Devons, Fall River, Foxborough, Framingham, Haverhill, Methuen, North Adams, Randolph, Raynham, Sandwich, and Westport. They are also setting up food distribution sites in New Hampshire, in Maine, and I believe in upstate New York. So if you are a veteran and you are in need of food assistance, there are people out there that are helping you. Now, I put in the first round of orders Anybody that ordered one starting this Monday, your shirts are part of the second round of orders. And as soon as we get them printed, they will be shipped straight out of my dining room and straight to you. So be patient. This isn't Amazon Prime. This is purple-haired bitchy former DJ in her house trying to send these t-shirts out, but you guys will get them. And I'm just really proud of the shirts. We've gotten a ton of amazing feedback, and people are passing the links around, and people are buying them, and I'm just really excited. Kim is asking the same question everybody else is. We're over 450 shirts, which is unbelievable. Again, every time I try to pin down a number, another order comes in, another order comes in. Melissa says, my dad was a Vietnam vet. I love this. Well, thank you very much, Melissa. That is exactly why we're doing it. There's no veteran that should ever wonder how he's going to eat. And so anything that we can do to help that, we're going to do. But also it makes me feel really good that we bought Made in the USA t-shirts that were definitely more expensive than some of the other ones that we could have gotten our hands on. But I thought that it was worth the extra expense. And then having them designed and printed right here in New England, helping some local businesses rather than ordering them to be printed on some big printing website where, again, they would have been cheaper, but that's not the point. The point is to aid in American manufacturing and small businesses right now because they're the ones that need the help. So pretty excited about it. Is there a way you can track the shipment? Lisa, what do you mean? Track the shipment of the t-shirts getting to me, or track the shipment once they leave my dining room headed to you? Tracking the shipment from the t-shirt printing place to me is me basically calling Brian and going, where are the shirts? Tracking them once they leave my house and go to the post office? No, not unless I want to spend the extra money for like the priority, blah, 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 whatever. I'm trying to cut down on the shipping costs, so they're getting sent parcel mail in envelopes. We're printing every label individually. I mean, we're going old school, man, but that's kind of the fun of it too. So just be patient with me. You will hear me screaming from the war room when the t-shirts arrive here. I was kind of hoping that maybe by the end of this weekend, they would be done. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Brian. I know he's working on them. And so as soon as I get them, you're going to get them. You mean snail mail? Yeah, exactly. What am I going to email them to you? And yeah, I could have sent them next day air if you wanted to spend $50 a shirt, because it would have cost like $15 to ship them to you. Does every shirt come with a gummy dick? No, it doesn't, Dave, because there aren't enough of them. There were not enough dicks in that bag of dicks for me to put one in there. I did, however, say that if I could track down enough little AAF mementos that I would try to put some little AAF tchotchkes that I had left over in the envelope. So I will do my best to do that as well, just to give you guys a little extra surprise when you open up the packages as well. Mark says, I'm a Vietnam vet and I thank you for your support. Mark, thank you. Welcome home. We appreciate all of your efforts and your service, and it is my honor to do everything I can to help you guys. And you've got quite a huge group of people here in the war room that are appreciative of your service as well, because they're buying t-shirts like crazy. So meet Brian at the border. Just don't cross it, says Renee. Yeah, there's nothing shady about the purple-haired girl meeting the guy with t-shirt boxes in the rest area on the border. Personal delivery, yeah, I might just go out and pick him up, actually. Just, you know, I'm not going to make Brian bring him down here. What's going to throw him on the back of his Harley? Let's see. Pass on a few dicks to us, says Dave. No, the dicks are all mine. They're all mine, damn it. I'm really excited too. I'm excited for you guys to get them. I will model them as soon as they arrive here because I bought my own. I'm not going to steal one off the top of the pile. I bought my own as well, so I'm pretty excited. Ship them in the time warp. We got them last week. You're brilliant. Such a good idea. We'll just go to a parallel universe and you guys will already have your shirts like yesterday. Can you sign the shirts? I'll pay extra. Thank you, Danielle. I'll see what I can do. Writer's cramp and all. You guys are ordering shirts like crazy. Raffle off a few autograph shirts, says Becky. Well, maybe we'll do raffles or something after. You guys are overwhelming me with your amazing ideas, and I'm just trying to keep the shipping orders straight for the War Room shirt. So one step at a time. I'll sneak you into New Hampshire, says Drea. That's fantastic. That's why they call you Mistress. Thank you very much, Melissa. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Tomorrow night is big number 69, baby. I don't know what we're going to do to commemorate it, but if you come up with a good idea, definitely let me know. I will meet you for episode 69 of Cocktails in the War Room right here in the War Room tomorrow night. Thanks to all of the healthcare workers and all of the first responders, all of the EMS workers, and all of the National Guard soldiers that have been activated. You guys are our heroes. Speaking of that, by the way, just to give you guys some details on what happened in the last 24 hours, another 1,045 positive cases in Massachusetts. The total number of fatalities has gone over 6,000 just in Mass. It's 6,066. The number of cases in the U.S. jumped 23,405 in the last 24 hours with a grand total of 1.528 million. And the number of fatalities went up last night, 1,324. And it is now 91,664 American fatalities for the coronavirus. So all of our healthcare workers, all of the heroes that are out there on the front lines of this are still fighting a battle, and you still have our support and our love and admiration for everything that you guys are doing. So thank you so much to all of the truck drivers, all of the other essential workers, and everybody that's allowed to go back to work in one way, shape, or form. Cheers to you guys. I'll finish off my fireball. Thanks for the bottle from the Maniacs. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Have a good night.